Welcome back to my channel. Hi, I'm Tanealia. In today's video, we're going to be doing part 2 of my trash empties and mini product reviews for June or May and June 2023. And the last one I did body care, I did like body tools, we did home care, things like that. And this one we're going to be focused on skincare and makeup, and I have a lot of skincare that I emptied this go round. Any makeup products like face products, foundations, powders, setting sprays, things like that, I'm going to keep and put those aside, and then I'm going to do a big all the makeup that I used up at the end of the year when I do my Uyangmas, which is my 25 days of uploads in December. But let me go ahead and pull everything out of here and kind of get everything separated, and then we will start with part 2 of my trash empties and mini reviews. Let's start with skincare first, and then we'll end with the makeup products. All right, first we have a sheet mask, a foot mask, and some makeup remover wipes. The foot mask I actually finished out after I did the first part. I just used this yesterday actually, or yeah, today is Sunday, it would have been Saturday that I used this. It is from Ulta Beauty. It is the Frosted Berry Scented Foot Mask. I got this in, I don't know if you guys remember, but last December they did this Santa secret bag thing at Ulta where it had like 5 body care products. I also have a hand mask one that I have not used yet, but I finally used this yesterday after having it for about 6 months, and I did like it. I did a whole like spa, pedicure, foot bath thing. My family got me this, one of those little foot spas for Christmas. That's kind of like a jacuzzi for your feet. And I did that, dried my feet off, and then immediately put this on afterwards, and then did my foot lotion and stuff after that. I really did like this. It felt really cooling and refreshing on the feet. Smells freaking incredible. I don't know how well it actually softened my feet, but it was a really fun, just wonderful, relaxing spa experience. I love this. I have one sheet mask here. This is the Cucumber Sheet Mask. This is a K-Beauty brand, Baroness. I got this off of Shop Miss A. I love this. It was really, really nice. And then the makeup wipes. I did talk about makeup wipes in part 1, but I emptied this out after I'd already finished that one. This is from Lacura. I got these at Aldi, and I already picked up a second pair. I think I'm going to buy or get like another pack of this, maybe keep some of these. I loved this brand. These are so nice. They're like thick, big cloths. I think these are biodegradable. I'm not exactly sure, but they did such a good job of like removing makeup. Like I said, I've mainly used wipes for like swatches and stuff like that, and they feel like you're using a washcloth. I love these. I already have one in backup. I will probably keep on purchasing these. They're pretty cheap. It's like $1.98 per pack. So yeah, I really like these. Finished off a couple of cleansers and a cleansing balm. The cleansers that I finished off, this one is from the Key List. This is a fulvic acid brightening cleanser. I got this from Sephora. This is one of the brands at Sephora that's actually like relatively inexpensive. I think this was only like $10.99 or something like that. Very inexpensive. I didn't really like it though. You get 5 ounces in here. That's a really good amount, but like I said, I don't think it really did much. I don't think it really gave my skin as deep a clean as I like, and it definitely didn't brighten or anything. Inexpensive cleanser, but I just don't think I would repurchase this one. And then the other one, this is from Kate Somerville. I got this in that big box of Sephora stuff that a friend gave me. This is the Exfoliate Cleanser, which is a daily foamy wash. I didn't really like this one either. This one I feel like is made more for like dry, like normally dry skin. I have oily skin, not combo skin, but oily skin. And I felt like I really had to use a lot of this to really get in there to clean my skin, even if I didn't like have any makeup or anything on, and I was just washing my face in the morning. It was an okay cleanser, but yeah, I don't see myself repurchasing either one of these. I have one cleansing balm. I'm actually going to save this because I'm doing a testing out different cleansing balms and melting makeup balms, and then I'm going to do like a full review of the ones that I've tried. This one is my all-time favorite. You guys know this if you've been following me. This is from AOA Studio Shop Miss A. It is the Green Tea and Vitamin E Cleansing Balm. You get like 3.38 ounces in here, and it's only like $8.88. So you get a pretty good amount of product for a relatively inexpensive price compared to other cleansing balms. The other ones I've seen are at least, $11 or more. I'm currently using one from Sephora. Not a big fan of that one, but we'll talk about that more whenever I do the melting balm video. And then I have the hydrating one from e.l.f. that's currently in my backup, so I'm gonna test that one out next. But I love this one. This one gets rid of everything. It melts the makeup down completely. It gets rid bit of mascara. It even melts down like eyelash glue. I have repurchased this one so many times, and I'm going to continue to repurchase it because I love it. And like I said, I'm going to keep this container so I can do that video later. I finished off these exfoliating glycolic wipes, or like the glycolic pads. These came out of BoxyCharm. These are from Transport. They were 50 treatments, so they were 50 pads, and I love these. It's just a little, pad with glycolic acid, serum on it, and about 3 to 4 times a week when I did my exfoliating treatment, I would use this over my face, and it really did do a good job of smoothing out my skin. I enjoyed this. From Juice Beauty, I finished out the Stem Cellular Anti-Wrinkle Overnight Cream. I got this in a duo from Ulta. That's what I got. I can't speak. Ulta. They had a day cream and a night cream. The day cream I finished out a while ago, and I just finished out this one last month, like a few weeks ago. I really do like this brand. Juice Beauty is a really, really good brand. I would love to repurchase this one. Unfortunately, it's like $70. When I bought it, I got it off of Ulta, and it was when they were having their like 21 days or whatever of beauty sale, and I had points. So I basically bought this 2-pack and I only paid $8 for it. So I'm waiting for another sale. If they have another sale and these are in the sale, I would definitely pick them up again because Juice Beauty it's an awesome brand. Finished off a couple little moisturizers. These are little samples. The first one is from Dr. Zenobia. The Essentials Inflaming Night Repair Treatment Antioxidants helps reduce pore size, the appearance of redness, fine lines, and puffiness. I don't think it really did anything for redness or puffiness, but I did notice that it did help to smooth out fine lines, and my skin texture was a little bit nice. When it comes to samples like these, you don't get enough in them to really see like the full benefit, but the little bit of time that I was able to use this, I did like it. Same thing with the Drunk Elephant. This is the Lala Retro Whipped Cream. Drunk Elephant is expensive as all out. In my next Empties, because I'm almost done with it, I have that glycolic serum. I really want to purchase that in the full size, but it's like $90. Drunk Elephant is not cheap. The products are really good, but yeah, they're very, very pricey. I have a facial mist that I finished. This is from Complex Culture. It is the Filter Out Daily Blue Light Defense Mist. Something else I got out of BoxyCharm. I got a lot of things out of BoxyCharm back when I was still getting it. I sprayed this on my face as like my daytime toner. It did feel really good, as refreshing. Do I know if it actually did anything for blue lights? I have no idea. It's supposed to help filter out, blue lights, but I don't know if it actually did anything for that. I can't claim that it did, but it was a nice spray. It felt refreshing on the skin. It was hydrating. I did like it for that. This next one, this is one that I have seen and heard hyped up so many times, so I decided to get a little sample of it to try out because the full size was kind of pricey. And this is the Paula's Choice Exfoliate 10% BHA liquid exfoliant, has salicylic acid in it. Honestly, I didn't really feel like this did much for me. I didn't really feel like it made much of a difference. I've heard so many people talk about this and how it's like smooths out the skin texture. Like if you have a little bit of texture in your skin, you use it and just smooths it all out. And I really felt like it didn't really do much for me. It has kind of an oily feel to it, which I don't mind. But yeah, I just feel like this just didn't live up to the hype for me personally. So yeah, I won't get this in a full size. From Airway Studio, I finally finished out this little blemish clarifying treatment. You can get this in a bigger size too, which I am going to do. When I repurchase this, and I will, I'm going to get the bigger size, which is like the $5 size. It's about a little bit smaller than this container right here. This is so nice. Like I used this with my little tea tree oil whenever I was breaking out or had any issues with my skin, and it was so refreshing. It cleared everything up. I love this. I will definitely be getting this in a full size. I've already started adding things to my shopping cart, so this one will definitely be added in a full size. And then from Perricone MD, that's the little bottle I just showed you for size comparison. This is the No Rinse Exfoliating Peel. I got this out of BoxyCharm. It took me forever to finish this, and honestly, I don't really feel like it did much. I put it on my skin every night as part of my nighttime treatment, and I felt like it did help with texture like a little bit, but as far as anything else, I just don't really feel like it did much. This one I actually bought in the Boxy pop-up shop. I didn't get this in an actual monthly subscription box. I got this in the pop-up shop. I think it was like $12 or something. I've had it so long, I don't remember, but it was an okay product. It's not one that I would invest in again. And then I have a clay mask here. This is the Turmeric facial mask. This is from Royal Essential. This one I did an empty. I really like this one. This is a really good clay mask, but as you can see, I still have about half in here. I didn't really use it as much as I would have liked, and it was just starting to go bad. I mean, you can see like it's changing color. It used to be a really bright green, but the color is all funky now. When I put it on, it doesn't work the same, so I'm pretty sure it's expired. So yeah, need to go ahead and let this one go. I got this from Burlington, and it was a really good mask. I especially used it whenever my skin was a little bit irritated. I loved it. I would definitely try to find something else with turmeric in it. This was a really good face mask. Everything else is makeup products, and like I said, a lot of the stuff I am going to keep and do at the end of the year for like my big end of the years, you know, all the makeup that I used up, videos that I'm going to be using. I have 2 setting sprays. The first one is the Bloomin' from Wet n Wild. This was when they came out with that blooming cherry blossom collection. Was this last year? Like early this year, I think it was. And then the other one is from One Size Beauty, the Until Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. This one I used a few times. I didn't like it. I've heard this one hyped up so much. I felt like this one like made my skin look dry. Like the texture of my makeup just looked weird with this. And I don't really feel like it set my makeup down very well or lasted very well. I overall did not like this one. It's ironic because my daughter, I gave it to her after the few times I used it and I didn't like it, so she was actually the one that finished it out. Her skin is more normal to dry, but she loved this. She loved the way this one set down her face. With me, I have oily skin, and I felt like this just made my face look really dry. It's so ironic. You would think it'd be the opposite, but yeah, I did not like this. My daughter loved it. The Blooming one from Wet n Wild, this is more of like a glowy setting spray, so it didn't really set my makeup down. The way that I use this one is that, you know, if I did my makeup and my face was looking a little bit powdery, I would just spritz a little bit of this on my face to take down the powdery shine, and then use my regular, you know, fixing setting spray in place afterwards. So I would not repurchase this, but if you're someone that, you know, has like drier, normally dry skin and you want like a more glowy kind of a radiant finish with your makeup, I think you would like this one. I think it's still available. I'm not sure though, but I know that they have a formula similar to this one, even if this particular one isn't still available. We have a couple of primers, and then I have some setting powders. We already did the sprays. This one is from Hard Candy. It is a Pore Defense Primer Serum, which minimizes the appearance of pores. I freaking love this one. It's very similar to like the Milk Makeup one. I haven't actually tried that one yet, but the Power Grip one from e.l.f. I had to think. I couldn't remember. This is very similar, but it's more, it's a little bit creamier and not quite as gripping, but I love the way this one made my foundation look. Unfortunately, this one has been discontinued. I think you can still find it on Amazon and a couple of other places, but yeah, it's not available from like Hard Candy, like on their website or anything anymore. Love this primer. Really enjoyed it. And then the other one is from Essence. This is the Prime Plus Studio Poreless and Skin Blurring Putty Primer. This one, I would say, is actually similar to the one that e.l.f. just came out with. I did like this one, but if I had to pick between the two, I would pick the one from e.l.f. The texture, the color, and everything, it's very similar, although this one came out way before the e.l.f. one did. But like I said, if I had to choose between the two, I would go with the one from e.l.f. over this one, but I did like it. It was a good primer. I have 3 setting powders that I finished out, and I will be saving these until the end of the year. The first one is from Milani. It is the Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Powder. Didn't like this one. It's supposed to be translucent, but it's not. This one was extremely like super finely milled, but when I put it on, it would change the color of my foundation. Like I said, it's supposed to be translucent. It's not translucent. It would actually kind of darken my makeup. So if you're somebody of like, you know, light, fair, medium, I would stay away from this because it will darken the color of your foundation. It will change the color, and it was very drying. I don't feel like it was very blurring at all. It just made my face look very dry. Didn't like that. When I used this one, I definitely had to use, you know, a more kind of a dewy, hydrating setting spray to just take the powdery effect off. Definitely not one that I would repurchase. The original one, I think it's still available. The oh god, I cannot remember. The Conceal and Something powder, that one I really liked. This one, not very good. From Kiko Milano, I finally finished out this Invisible Touch Fixing Powder. This one I know is no longer available. I do believe it's been discontinued. The powder was so super nice. It was finely milled. It fixed everything in place. It just kind of blurred and dispersed into the skin very nicely. I loved it. The only things I didn't like about it was the packaging for one. Big bulky packaging. When I got this, I thought that the whole thing was full of powder, but no. Only the part that you can see down here, this little part, that's the only place the powder was in. The rest of this was just a bunch of wasted space. And then it came in the top with this gigantic puff that's so freaking hard, like you can't do anything with it. You'd be sitting like beating yourself to death trying to beat powder into your face using this puff. So the packaging and everything, this was completely pointless, but the powder itself was fantastic. They literally could have taken this and just put it into a container like this and it would have been just fine, but the powder was really, really nice. The last powder that I have, this is from Be Pure. I got this one from the Dollar Tree. It is supposed to be green tea infused. This one I really just used as a touch-up powder. I kept it in my makeup bag in my car and just touched up my makeup with it every now and then. I didn't really like this. It was kind of heavy. My main issue with this one is that it looked powdery, like it left a powdery finish on the skin. So whenever I went to like kind of touch up my powder a little bit, it did look a little bit powdery. I wouldn't repurchase it, but yeah, there were no buts. I would not repurchase it. From Sephora, I have this Make No Mistake High Coverage Concealer. Now, I did not finish this. I barely touched this. I'm pretty sure this particular formula they're just trying to get rid of because the products have probably, you know, expired, gone past their expiration date. I only paid $4 for this during the Sephora VIB sale. It was on sale. Yeah, this one is so super thick. I don't know. Watch. You'll see. You see that? How nothing is happening? It is so super thick, like it's just now starting to come out, like this long like stream. And then when you go to put it on, it's just thick and goopy. I could not get this to blend out for the life of me. I tried blending it out with my finger. I tried blending it with a brush. I'm taking the sponge, basically beating myself in the face trying to get this to blend out, and it would not blend out. I am 100% convinced, because this particular formula is always on sale. I am 100% convinced that it's expired and they are just trying to clear it out and get rid of it. My advice is that if you see this one on Sephora and it's on sale, avoid it. Don't get it. Don't take the chance. It's not worth it. Finished out from Kiss, this Strip Last Adhesive with Aloe. I really like this one. Currently, right now, I'm using some from AOA Studio, but this is a really, really good one. If you have sensitive eyes, the aloe in it makes it, you know, pretty gentle for people with sensitive eyes as well. I did enjoy this one. Like I said, I'm currently using the ones from Shop Miss AOA Studio, so I don't need to repurchase it, but when I'm finished with those, should I need a lash glue, I would get this one again. It's a really, really good one. And then I have 2 liners and a brow pencil. This one has been a repurchase many times. I have one more in my backup, and this is from AOA Studio. It is the Slim Brow in Dark Brown. I love this one. The color is absolutely perfect. It has a little spoolie on the end. Slim brow type pencils and the Microbrow type pencils are the ones that I really, really like. I feel like they fill in my brows the best and give me like the most natural kind of like hair strokes and stuff like that. I'm not a brow pomade, brow wax, brow gel kind of girl. I really like pencils, and I really like this one. The first liner that I finished out, this is from Muse. It is the waterproof fine felt eyeliner, 24 hours or something like that. This is a really good one. The only thing about it is that the tip is a little bit thick, so you do have to be a little bit more careful by getting it with the precise line, but it is really good. It dries down super matte black, long wearing, lasts all day. I would repurchase this one. This one I didn't really get a chance to use much because it dried out. This is the newer one from Shop Miss A, their newer release. The Artista liner is still my favorite. This one was the just liquid eyeliner. This was their new formulation. What I'm guessing happened is that the top had been off a little bit. It wasn't completely tight because I was pulling into a Shop My Stash and went to use it, and it was completely dry. Like it's dry. Like nothing is happening with it. I used it like maybe 2 or 3 times, and it's okay. I think the tip is like really thick. It's really difficult to get like a nice, you know, fine defined kind of a wing, you know, point, you know, if you're trying to do something like that. The Artista liner is still my favorite. I will not repurchase this one. It wasn't terrible, but the formula just wasn't one of my favorites. And that is going to be it for part 2 of my trash empties for May and June 2023, I believe it was. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. It really does help with getting my videos into recommendations. We are also still doing our 2,000 subscriber giveaway. I am up to like 1,920, something like that. Like I went through this thing where it kept flipping back between 898 and 899, and it was just not like going past that point, and then I finally broke 1,900, and now I seem to be like moving upwards, so that's pretty good. As soon as we get to 2,000 subscribers, we'll be doing a big giveaway. Make sure you have notifications turned on so you don't miss a thing. You can also follow me on my other socials. I'm on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.